Halo guys, selamat datang kembali di game Hogwarts Legacy. Kita lanjutin lagi perjalanan dari game ini. Kemarin itu si Jake disuruh ke perpustakaan Hogwarts dia, yang dimana di sana terdapat informasi mengenai ancient magic gitu ya. Oke, dan diperlihatkan juga ada scene dimana petinggi-petinggi dari Hogwarts pada zaman dulu gitu. Cuman gak tahu nih kelanjutannya bakal gimana. Oke, kita cari dulu main missionnya kemana. Sini. Set point dulu. Seperti yang gue bilang, gue bakal fokus ke main missionnya ya. Ada dua nih. Di atas. Salah ya. Salah jalan guys. Di bawah. Gak ada lift gitu ya. Ini berapa tangga? Oke, kita keluar.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
Greenhouse. Oh, ini. Kalau di film Harry Potter tuh yang tempat buat tanaman-tanaman gitu loh. Iya, yang kaca ini ya. Nah, ini dia.
Is she growing Punja's onion again?
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
Oke. Nah, ini gurunya. Si muda ya, kalau di sini, kalau di film kan udah agak berumur.
How wonderful it is to see you again, Lenora dear. Oh, here, you'll need these for today's class. A little treat for your auntie. Hello. Class, please welcome the newest rose in our garden. We do look forward to growing together. How thrilling it is to have everyone back together again. This year will be filled with enchantment and excitement, but the most important thing cultivated in herbology is knowledge. The prudent herbologist is no more afraid of the venomous tentacular than the bouncing bulb. Now then, today we will be acquainting ourselves with the mellifluous tuber known as the mandrake root. Accio. Let's see if we can't make our fibrous friends a bit more comfortable, shall we? First, let's protect our ears. Now, everyone, grip their mandrake by the tendrils and give it a firm tug.
Menjerit.
Quickly, place your mandrake in the new core and cut down the soil.
Persis di filmnya ini ya, kalau scene ini.
The soil should envelop the root like a warm, dirty blanket, putting the mandrake right at ease. Reparo! I'm very sorry about that. Yours was a bit mature, I'm afraid. All right then, off you go. Splendid work, everyone.
Oke.
Now for our next task,
Terus
we'll be
kenapa dicabut
planting
ya
dittany at
akarnya?
our potting tables.
I wonder if hippogriffs...
Yes, Professor.
Firstly, well done with your mandrake. They can
Professor
be rather
Garlic.
difficult to get a grasp of.
Actually, I enjoyed it. I couldn't help but catch your enthusiasm.
How kind of you. It seems you're already taking to herbology like a mandrake to fresh soil. Now, as I mentioned, next we'll be planting dittany. Let us find you some seeds.
I already have some, Professor. Picked them up in Hogsmeade.
You visited the Magic Neep. Wonderful. A prepared student is bound to bloom. I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom. Wasn't easy to spare one on such late notice. Plant the seeds there now, and you can return to harvest them later. Even with soil, sunlight, and a bit of magic, they will take time to grow.
Let's see how to balance my star thistle arrangement. Niffler's fancy or roses?
Oke, disuruh ngapain sekarang?
Dittany's restorative properties make it a vital ingredient in the Wiggenweld potion, as you all should know from Professor Sharp's class.
Plant dittany seed.
Well done! Once it can be harvested, your dittany will be ready to use in Wiggenweld potion. I'll let Professor Sharp tell you about that. Now, what say we branch out? Introduce you to a different sort of flora, the Chinese chomping cabbage. You'll find that some plants are better suited to uses outside of a cauldron. The cabbages do get testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw on. Be a dear and let them have a good chomping.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. It's just at the end of the footbridge leading out of this room. Your classmate, Mr. Pruitt, has kindly offered to accompany you. Come back and see me when you're finished. Oh, and mind your fingers. They do bite.
Meet Lender. Meet.
Hello. Saw you on your way to Hogsmeade the other day.
Oh, di luar dia.
Nice to meet you. I'm Leander. I'll be showing you the Chinese chomping cabbages. Up these stairs will take us there. But nice work in defense
lewat
against the dark
sini.
arts, by the way.
Excuse me?
Your duel with Sebastian. And he's good. Here we are. Home of the Chinese chomping cabbage. Go on. Grab a few of those cabbages. Now, see that dummy?
Kita ambil dulu, ini lumayan nih.
They'll do the rest.
Attack.
Look at that. They'll chomp on anything.
Oh,
they
bisa
can
nyerang
get
gitu ya?
mouths on.
Keren.
Mum planted some in her garden last year to keep the gnomes out. Did save her the de-gnoming, but they left her honking daffodils in tatters.
Nice.
Vicious little bastards, aren't they? My kind of plants. Not like stupid booba tubers and bouncing bulbs. The kind of plants that just have your back in a fight. Not saying you can't go it alone, but, well, imagine that wasn't a dummy.
I suppose they could prove useful outside of the greenhouse. Nothing wrong with a bit of backup, even if it is from a cabbage.
It's chaos out there. Trolls in Hogsmeade and such. You can't be above throwing a cruciferous vegetable if necessary. Dogweed and deathcap has more of them, if you're keen. Other plants too. Ones your parents wouldn't plant in the garden. You get the idea. Anyway, we probably ought to head back to class. Take your time. I'll see you back in class.
Lanjut. Kita ambilin aja yang ada di sini ya, lumayan. Ini greenhouse gede banget ya.
That helpful reminder as to why we should always wear our dragon hide gloves. I shall end our lesson here. Terribly sorry, Mr. Clopton.
I tended to the Chinese chomping cabbages, Professor.
Remarkable plants, aren't they? I hope they weren't too much trouble. Oh, don't see any bite marks or missing digits. And good, as you do seem to be quite green-fingered. Oh, I'm eager to see your skill in the soil continue to blossom.
Magical plants have so much to offer. I'm eager to learn more.
I'm glad. Herbology is a bounteous subject. Tend to your garden, and it will tend to you. Well, I suppose that's everything. Do come by for a chat sometime. I so enjoy checking in with my new students.
Oke, kelas Herbelogy selesai ya. Jadi cuma memperkenalkan beberapa kegiatan yang ada di sini ya, dan beberapa bisa dibilang nambah skill juga sih. Ini gue gak tahu ya kalau di filmnya, tapi kok kayak lebih gede di gamenya ya. Oke, langsung aja ya. Oke, kita lanjut ke misi selanjutnya. Ke sini ya. Kita ke potion class.
Shouldn't there be aurors or someone from the ministry guarding the school?
Professor Black would never allow that. It would make him look completely incompetent, which he is.
Ini ruangan luas banget sih. Serem ya, tapi kalau terlalu luas kayak gini tuh. Oke. Ini ada yang di trailer ya ini ya.
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school. As fifth years, you will be required to reach new heights of both discipline and intellect. You will begin this term by brewing a Wigan-Weld potion. Mr. Takar, can you tell us why this particular potion might come in handy?
Yes, Professor Sharp. The Wigan-Weld potion can be used to sterilize and even heal a variety of injuries.
It can heal some injuries, but not all. Points for Ravenclaw. Before today's class is completed, each of you will have brewed a Wigan-Weld potion of your own. You never know when you might need it. Please begin.
Begin.
Use a strong, even motion when crushing your ingredients. Please be meticulous when adding powder to your potions. One errant sneeze could be disastrous.
Nice.
I see most of you have not forgotten how to stir. Not an easy potion to brew. Well done. And from what I hear of your recent exploits in Hogsmeade, you'd also do well to practice brewing the defensive Edurus potion. Professor Weasley had you acquire the recipe from J. Pippins, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. For the moment, you can find the ingredients you need in my office. But in the future, you'll be expected to provide your own ingredients. Some can be harvested from the plants you grow in your Herbelogy class, and rarer ones can be purchased. Others, however, may be harder to obtain, and will require you to be a bit more resourceful. Come and see me when you've finished brewing, and we'll see if it was skill or luck the first time around.
Oke, dapat potion ya.
My parents considered keeping me home from school
Kayaknya masih
this
lanjut
year
belum
after the
selesai ya.
rumors of a goblin.
Did I hear Professor Sharp say that you have permission to go into his office?
Banyak dialognya ya.
He did say that. He wants me to get more ingredients to brew another potion.
Brilliant! You, my friend, have been presented with an extraordinary opportunity. I'm Gareth, by the way. Gareth Weasley. Bit of a prodigy with potions, if I do say so myself.
Pleasure to meet you. Wait, are you related to Professor Weasley?
She's my aunt. Keeps too close an eye on me for comfort. Ugh. But she can't be everywhere. Listen, Anyone with a troll-sized brain can brew an Endurance potion. I'm working on something that's certain to be spectacular. I'm just missing one tiny last ingredient that will add that extra spark.
I suspect that's where I come in.
You're as clever as I'd hoped. I simply need a single Fwooper feather. As you'll already be in Sharp's office with his permission, perhaps you could grab it for me.
And
I'll get you the Fwooper feather, as long as you're certain Sharp won't miss it.
I assure you he won't. Fwooper feathers aren't that valuable. Wait until you see what I'm brewing. Hurry back to me when you have the feather.
Oke.
Remember, precision.
Lupa mengelut Meridium. Kita akan mengambil bahan-bahan. Satu lagi. Oke. Balik lagi.
Which wizard always has a few potions of...
Here's the Fwooper feather you wanted.
Brilliant! Thank you. This is going to take a moment to brew. You should get back to brewing your Endurance potion, and I'll tell you when this concoction's finished.
Should you chop the ditty or crush it? The wrong
Oke,
answer
pertama
could
apa nih
result in
bahannya?
the unfortunate loss of your eyebrows.
Oh, bentar. Suruh apa sih ini? Bentar. Need to brew the Endurance potion at my potion station. Ini ya. Sabar, 30 detik. Lama juga 30 detik. Oke, selesai.
And now we add the mallow sweet, and that's odd.
Oke, beres ya.
What's happening? Wait, it's not supposed to. Ah!
Don't fret if you get it. Professor Sharp's
Dragon Duck! What happened?
Well done, Gareth.
Professor Sharp must have learned a lot during his time as...
Sorry, Professor.
That'll be points from Gryffindor.
Bentar, gue
Again,
harus nanya siapa ini?
Mr. Weasley did not do this on his own. His accomplice will answer to me
Oh
as
ini
well.
gue nyari-nyari. Ih, mana aja
I
sih?
brewed an Endurance potion as you asked, Professor.
I'm surprised you had the time. You seemed rather busy helping Mr. Weasley brew chaos.
I'm sorry, Professor. I was merely trying to help a friend.
Taking responsibility for one's actions does go a long way with me. I shall assume that you've learnt a lesson. As for the work you did today at your own cauldron, I will say you've done well. I confess I was skeptical given the advanced nature of this class and the fact you're a new student.
I'm glad I was able to meet your expectations.
A rare occurrence. And you do well to remember that you're not a potions master quite yet. In addition to having a solid grasp of how to combine various ingredients, you should gain an understanding of the ingredients themselves. Pay particular attention in Herbelogy. The plants you nurture there are often essential to the potions you brew here. Now, I recommend that you find a safe location in which to practice brewing. You cannot leave a hot cauldron simply anywhere. That'll be all.
Thank you, Professor.
I think each of us has had enough excitement for one day.
Oke,
Class is
udah.
dismissed.
Oke, potion class sudah beres tadi di Herbelogy, apalah garden itu. 2 kelas hari ini beres ya. Kayaknya satu lagi ada lagi nih. Cek map dulu. Oke. Quest. Nah, ini dia. Kita lanjut ke misi selanjutnya.
Ugh, my robes are going to reek from Gareth's inspiration.
Salah. Ke atas, guys.
I've always said that travel...
Oh dear.
Salah
I
lagi.
shall get in trouble.
Bener gak sih? Sebenarnya bisa ya pas travel gitu ya. Cuman gua sambil jalan-jalan aja sih. Oke, kita di luar Hogwarts ya. Di halaman depannya. Ih, jauh jauh. Jauh banget. Serius harus jalan. Oh, boleh. Ini rumahnya Hagrid. Iya gak sih? Pesan nggak di sini, dia agak jauh. Kalau di filmnya ya. Jalannya. Jauh jalan-jalan. Tidak apa-apa sambil melihat pemandangan ya. Oke, ini apa? Kolek. Moonstone lumayan nih buat bahan-bahan, siapa tahu perlu ya. Dia bisa motong itu ke sini. Bisa ternyata. Ini rumah siapa ya?
I should investigate.
Jauh. Meet Nettie Nye in Lower Hogsfield. Nettie, lo ngapain di sini? Siapa itu? Profesor Black? Oh no, bukan.
It is good to see you, my friend.
Hello, Natty. How are you? I hope you've recovered from our rather eventful trip to Hogsmeade.
I am well, but I have been worried about you, my friend. With Ranrock and Rookwood and Harlow after you?
I'm all right at the moment.
We did not speak about it at the time, but I am hoping now you might tell me why they were looking for you.
They want something I found.
They want something that Professor Fig and I found at Gringotts.
When were you at Gringotts?
Just before we came to Hogwarts. In fact, it's why I was late to the sorting ceremony. A portkey brought us there after the dragon attacked our carriage.
What on earth?
There's one more thing. It's a bit odd, if I'm honest. Professor Fig says I have a rare connection to a powerful form of ancient magic.
Is that the magic you used fighting the trolls in Hogsmeade?
I think so. I'm still learning, but I can see traces of it, and I've cast magic I can't otherwise explain. I know that's a lot to absorb.
It is. And I will have more questions. For now, it is safe to say that Rookwood and Harlow are a threat to both of us, to all of us, which is why I wanted to speak to you. I realized something that day in Hogsmeade. You displayed such courage fighting that troll, and Serona wasn't intimidated one bit by Rookwood and Harlow. Both of you have inspired me to take a stand of my own.
What sort of stand?
Men like Rookwood and Harlow are the reason my mother and I left Matibili land. I am not going to sit by and watch them destroy my new home.
I'm glad to hear it.
Rookwood and Harlow are a dangerous pair. And the fact that they're working with Ranrock, well...
All the more reason they must be stopped. Rumor has it that Theophilus Harlow runs Rookwood's day-to-day operations. Taking him down would cripple Rookwood's entire enterprise.
That may be true, but shouldn't Officer Singer handle someone like Harlow?
I spoke with her. She was polite, but perhaps understandably would not discuss details with a student. I overheard some of Rookwood's lot talking about a massive poaching operation that Harlow is planning. I was thinking that we could investigate a bit, try to get the evidence that Officer Singer needs.
All right, but how?
I am going to watch and listen, find out precisely what Harlow is up to. I shall reach out when I know more. In the meantime, remember, I am here if you need me.
Thank you, Natty.
Be on
Thank you, Natty.
What are you up to now?
I beg your pardon. How dare you threaten me?
What's going on here?
Digger from... Cuman ngobrol doang ya. Sekalian gue ngapain gitu.
I never thought Ranrock's loyalists would go this far.
Wonder who lives here.
Gue pengen jalanin side questnya, tapi nantilah.
They must have come this way. Think!
I've no idea who it is you think I might have seen. I've been busy with my research. I do not have time to...
Mr. Rookwood don't give a doxy's nip back your time. Oi! Speak of the devil. Mr. Rookwood would like a word with you.
A student? You can't be...
Enough out of you.
Leave her alone.
Stupefy!
I see you!
Accio! Incendio!
Keren banget.
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes.
Dari asrama yang sering bikin onar ya kalau di film-film juga.
We can hold them off!
I'm not going anywhere.
You'll take this and use it on my dead body!
Incendio!
You're going to regret that.
Accio!
Oke. Defeat Dark
What
Wizard.
on earth just happened? I've
Seru
never
ya
been
kalau udah
accosted in such
fightingnya.
a manner. And so close to Hogwarts.
Are you all right?
I am, thanks in no small part to your excellent defensive skills. Care to tell me why two Ashwinders were ready to dispatch me to get to you?
Ashwinders?
Victor Rookwood's thieves and extortionists, his little cronies. They seemed quite keen on you.
It's a long story, but thank you for your help.
Well, you've avoided them for the moment. Priya warned me things were getting dangerous. Best get moving on my research before they return.
Research how?
You're a researcher?
Nora Treadwell at your service, historian and archaeologist specializing in Merlin's work and life.
How extraordinary.
Of the legend of King Arthur?
The very same. Merlin attended Hogwarts, you know, and I'm studying some curious fixtures he left here centuries ago.
Fixtures?
These vine-covered pillars, dozens of them all around the area. I've taken to calling them the Trials of Merlin. I believe he created them as a diversion for his fellow Slytherins. He was terribly fond of puzzles and enigmas.
I can see why you're so
fantastic.
interested in Merlin. I'd be keen to know more about the trials.
Well then, I'll let you in on a little secret. No one has yet managed to figure out how they work. But I believe I have just unlocked a crucial clue. I suspect that Mallowsweet is an important component in getting the trials to work.
Mallowsweet?
Versatile herb. Merlin repeatedly mentioned it in his writings. I had just arrived to test my theory when I was so rudely interrupted. You see, each swirl in Merlin's writing has a symbol in the centre. That started me thinking, what if...
The Mallowsweet is meant to be placed at the centre of the symbols.
Precisely. Would you care to do the honours? We can see what comes of our little hypothesis. I brought a trunk chock full of Mallowsweet with me. It's just over there by my tent.
Itu doang ya, nyelamatin stranger.
This trunk?
Yes, take plenty, even if you already have some.
Get the from apa nih? Okay.
I have the Mallowsweet.
Lovely. Now, notice the vines on these pillars here, as
kepencet.
well as a stone swirl.
Aduh, sayang banget.
Each one has these features. Place the Mallowsweet on the swirl.
Inventory. Collection. Gitu doang, belum dapat outfit yang keren gitu. Oh, ini sih terlalu misterius. Ntar ini pakainya. Anjay. Nanti aja. Belum ada yang keren, nanti aja. Action. Ini cuman kartu-kartu doang. All of us. Silukan.
We'll see what happened on the swirl, and we'll see what happens.
Oh, masih dalam misi ini ya? Oke.
My word! Did you see that? The vines disappeared.
What should I do now?
This is uncharted territory. I am curious about these pyres.
Oke guys, kita coba lagi.
Incendio! The flames make the pyre sink.
Oh, harus dibakar ininya ya.
Revelio. Incendio.
Curious. The pyres are back where they started.
Terus?
Revelio.
Oh, ada lagi.
Incendio! That's that. Settled.
Oh, gitu doang. Bingung gua. Gak ada pemberitahuannya ya? Combat mail. Oh, satu dari dua. Ignore the duel.
I take it we can call that a success?
We can indeed. However, I now have even more questions. How does it work? I must review my notes. I may have missed something.
Are all of the trials like this one?
Oh, not precisely. Well, I think each has those telltale vines and the swirl on the ground. You should feel free to solve them as you come across them. I believe I have what I need to continue my research. My guess is that each will also require mallow sweet, which you can find in Hogsmeade should you need more. I really must be off. Such a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, sama-sama.
And do be careful out here. Now, I've got what I needed. I shall return to the safety of my notes and books.
Seal of Merlin. Beres. Oke guys, mungkin segitu aja untuk game Hogwarts Legacy part ke-6. Nanti gue bakal lanjut lagi seperti biasa. Terima kasih yang udah nonton. Sampai ketemu lagi di video selanjutnya. Bye.